Now, I think we're going to disagree because I
got to sit upright for this.
Yeah. I think the Bengals, as it says there, I think the Bengals are the AFC's best team, which you could disagree with. But you think that Bengals-Bills should be a neutral site game. It's going to be a great game regardless of where it is. It happens to be in Orchard Park, New York on Sunday. But why do you think this game should be a neutral site one?
Well, first of all, we agree on the AFC. I think the Bengals are the best team in the AFC. So that's first. Second, I think it should be a neutral site game from this standpoint. We know how the league came up with its decision on how it was going to structure things without counting that Buffalo-Cincinnati game. And since the game earlier this season, late in the season, was in Cincinnati between the Bills and the Bengals, and the Bengals were leading early in that game, to me, I always had the Bengals winning that game. That was just my viewpoint. And so I feel like now they're being penalized in a way, having to go on the road and play at Buffalo in a playoff game, when really they may have been the better team all along, and they didn't get to prove it that night. So that's just my take on it. I think just to make it right, go play it at a neutral site game and let the better team win. But and this is strong here, I agree with Zach Taylor and I agree with Joe Burrow. And my attitude is always, look, you know what? If you're the best, you'll win anywhere. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I firmly believe that. We have seen wild card teams win the Super Bowl, and I still believe that Cincinnati is the best team in the AFC, and I believe that it will go on the road and do what has to be done.
Yeah, and let's not further the precedent of neutral site games in the playoffs, short of the Super Bowl. Now, I think, as a matter of fact, the Super Bowl.
Right, but but come on, Mike. I mean, these circumstances were so unprecedented.
I know,
you're right.
and that's fine. Yeah. And you can go with, you know what, we never even had to get there. They were unprecedented, but as a result of the unprecedented circumstances, you know who stood tallest? Sean McDermott and Zach Taylor. They stood tall.
No question.
It was
no question.
Hey, whatever. And McDermott said it. We heard it in that press conference, that initial press conference where he's on the dais with Josh Allen. He said, I said to the team, you want to go out there and here are the consequences. If you don't play, we can't take a loss in this game. We might forfeit or whatever. And they said, we don't care. So that was the right decision. But because of that decision, I feel like it should have just gone to winning percentages. So it shouldn't be a neutral site. I don't think Atlanta should be a neutral site for the conference championship. Listen, because of the percentages, Kansas City's your true 1. Buffalo's your true 2, Cincinnati's your true 3, and you live with it.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm good with that. So I don't think there's a big disagreement with it. I just think that this one game, in my opinion, I'm not even talking about a conference final. I just think these two teams, because these were the two teams who were involved in that game, right? That changed everything. Yeah. To me, the two of them, just put it on a neutral side and let them play. Or if anything, put it back in Cincinnati where the earlier game was and do it that way. That's just how I feel. But having said that, Cincinnati, if you are the team that I think you are, go out and handle business and do what you got to do. And we'll see you down in Glendale, Arizona.
Well. On the way.
So I know
they do what they got to do.
You're gonna say I jumped over Kansas City there, and you're right. When you beat a team 3 times in a calendar year, I'm gonna make you the favorite over that team if you play it a 4th time in, what would that be? 13 months, Kansas 14 City? Months?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.